In Plattsburgh. It is that time once again, folks. It's time for the Tom Lacey Sports Hour, and here he is, the man of the hour, Tom Lacey.
Good morning, everyone. And first of all, hope everyone had a happy July 4th. It's 2 days after, probably all recovering, but it was a great day, great fireworks. Every area, Rouse's Point, Plattsburgh, Burlington. Outstanding fireworks everywhere. So I actually was sleeping. So our guests today are Bailee LaFountain. She's a graduating. She just graduated from Northeast Clinton, and I'll have her tell you exactly where she'll be. Her next plans are when we get her, and I'm also going to introduce Desiree. And I'm going to say your. Is it Dubois or Dubois? Dubois. I'm sorry, Desiree Dubois, and I messed that up all the time. But I can tell you, they're both they're national high honor students. They're just excellent athletes. I'm gonna let them tell you what their basketball record is, and it's flat out amazing. So. It's even better than the Plattsburgh high school days when I sat the bench. I'm sorry. So, okay, here we go. When did you guys both meet? Either you both can take a chance on that.
We probably first met around 4th grade, maybe. We both played travel basketball together, and we didn't really know each other because we both went to separate elementary schools. But once we went to middle school, we kind of grew closer. Okay.
Bailee, you have anything on that? Same thing?
No, it's probably the same thing.
Okay. Why does Northeast Clinton have so many class act students, teachers, and administration? I am not kidding you. The best, in my opinion.
I think we should have a good community. I think that's just the main part. We have a good community. We have good families. We have a very good schooling. I think our superintendent's very good about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, they all worked our Adirondack Coast basketball camp. Both MVPs, as far as I'm concerned. They're just flat out amazing. As with the kids, and the kids love them. They love them as a coach. And I'm going to be playing some interviews from that later on. Every one of you are all very funny. I don't know what's going on in that northern tier, but Kaya McComb, she is a funny girl. So you guys have any comments about Kaya?
I've known Kaya for a really long time, and that's just always how she's been. She's just really funny.
Was Kaya a better shooter than you, Bailee?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Desiree, anything about Kaya?
I've known Kaya for quite a while, and like Bailee said, she's always been like that. She's very funny.
She cracks me up. So, Bailee, I picked you on my Wiry show as MVP for basketball, and I also picked you for co-MVP for soccer. But Desiree, you were without a doubt the best soccer goalie in the league, and you're also my MVP for flag football. But you guys, neither of you could care about those accolades. You want to do one thing, right? Which is what?
Win.
And when they did, one of you guys tell your all-time basketball record from, would it be 9th grade to 12th?
We don't know the exact number, but I know our freshman and senior year we were undefeated. And then our sophomore and junior, I think our overall would probably be around like 75-5, but we don't know for sure.
That's amazing. What would you say about Coach Rob Garrett?
He definitely pushes us and gets us ready, and he holds us to really high standards, which I think helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think holding us to the high standards and just pushing us in practice, and I think just like the mentality that he like instills in us, that just pays off for the games, and I think that kind of shows in our record of like how good of a coach he is.
Mm-hmm. I think he's the best coach in the entire league, really. If he was a men's coach a long time ago, I would love to have played for him. Honestly, he's the best. Talk about your soccer seasons from 9th grade to 12th. Potential record, any MVPs, but who did you lose to? How many sectional titles? How many goals? Anything you guys want to talk about? I know Desiree was a goalie, right?
Yeah, I don't have too many goals myself.
I know, because she was a goalie, and I think she was first team goalie in the league, and it was tough to score on her. Bailee, you got a comment here on soccer. I want you to talk about soccer.
I really don't know our record. It wasn't as good as our basketball for sure, but it wasn't bad.
Okay. Talk about your flag football season, the very first Section 7 sectional champions ever. Do you guys remember the championship game? You want to talk about that a little bit? And
yeah, it was really exciting because we came back from we were losing pretty bad. Like, we came out really weak, but we ended up coming back, and I think that's what made it so special.
I think also that Saturday night game leading up gave us a bunch of confidence, and I think that just helped us bring it into the championship game against Beekmantown. I think that really helped.
How's Bailee at quarterback, Desiree?
She's a very good quarterback. She knows what she's doing for sure.
Do you run more than pass?
You're about 50-50.
Yeah, probably about half.
Okay.
In that game, the passing wasn't really working as much because they were marked Desiree pretty good, and they were playing good defense. So when I started to run, that kind of opened things up, and then they started catching on to the run, so I started throwing more, and I feel like it's a pretty good balance.
Who was your secondary receiver in that game? If Desiree was covered, who would you throw to?
Definitely Bryn Height. She made a huge catch at the very end, which helped us a lot.
For real? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Is she? What year is she?
She's going to be a junior.
That's amazing. Okay. I want you guys both to give me, no, you don't have to give me props, but just talk about Adirondack Coast Basketball Camp and what you guys, if you had fun or the kid, talk anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, I think it was super fun for the coaches and the kids that went to it. I think it was just an amazing experience for the younger kids to get exposure. I think that was the whole main purpose of the camp, was just for kids to come play basketball and learn some skills while they're there. But the main purpose was just to have fun, and I think we basically accomplished that. I know it felt good to be a part of that as a coach.
Yeah, and it was really nice that it was free, so anyone could go, and I think the kids had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did you guys see their faces when they'd get their trophies? Wasn't that made my day, just seeing the big smile on their faces, and you guys presented them, and I posted some pictures, and I just looked at them, and they were happier than anything, and thank you guys for doing that, just being in those pictures. And you guys did the the third and fourth graders? No, third and fourth?
We did the fifth and sixth.
Fifth and sixth. A lot of good kids in there. And you remember when, what's her name, got the rug? I forgot her name, though.
Really?
Yes, that was... that made my day too. Kaya was, she was hugging Kaya, and there's so many things there that really impressed me amongst my staff. And one thing that I'd like to say, and I even told the guy that interviewed me, oops, I'm forgetting his name, from Fox News.
Ken Drake.
Yeah, Ken Drake. Thank you for that. He'd be mad at me if I forgot his name, but he asked me, what Well, we started in 2016, this camp. We had, I think, 58 kids overall, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger. And, last year we had 621, which was way too much, and we didn't have the oval gym. So I substituted quantity for quality. So, and that's why I capped it at 200 apiece. And did you see their faces when they got the sneakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they all appreciated the stuff that they got.
Yeah, it's just I think I told you guys about this at one of my friends asked me about the camp, and he just said, why do you have to give out stuff? Why can't you just run a camp? And my answer to that is, there's a lot of people that can't afford camps out there. He goes, well, how about the people that can afford it? And I told him, I said, those parents need a break. They take them to AAU, they pay for motels, they're in soccer, they're in this, they're in that, dance, whatever it is. The parents need a break. And that's why I do it. We're the only, I'm not bragging really, but we're the only free camp in the entire country, and also the only one that gives out free sneakers. And I loved the little girls with the light up ones. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, those are cool shoes.
Yeah. Your shoes are coming in on Friday, so about I'm taking a boys team to Rucker Park July 21st, and if my 9:05 guest doesn't call in, he didn't call in last time. He's probably sleeping. John Kmack, if you're listening, wake up. All right? You did this already. Okay. So, where was I going with that? What was I talking about?
You're bringing them somewhere.
What's that now?
You're bringing your boys' team somewhere.
Oh, yeah, to Rucker Park. You guys ever hear of Rucker Park? It's the most prestigious basketball court in the world. It really is. Kobe Bryant played there. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dr. J. You probably haven't heard of Dr. J. Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, and plus there's tons and tons of legends, old-time legends that didn't make the NBA because they got in trouble or whatever. And do you think we could get a girls' team to go there? It's an experience that you guys would never forget, ever. And I could shoot for the 28th if we could get just 9 players, but your parents have to drive you, and I do have a non-profit, really good price on a hotel. It's in Harlem, and if you guys are Yankee fans, we can get tickets in the bleacher section. But you're not Yankee fans, are you? You are? Mm-hmm. All right, we got 2 Yankee fans. And what did they do last night? See if you really know your Yankees. Did they win or lose?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
Does anyone know?
I don't really watch baseball, but if I had to choose, it'd probably be the Yankees.
They lost to the Red Sox.
Ooh. They lost 5-3
yep.
last night. Yep.
9th inning. Unbelievable. Okay. Let's see. Both of you have great attitudes. I've seen that when I substitute teach there, and just one thing I notice about you guys: you don't care who the student is. If it's someone that's sitting by themselves or it's someone new, you sit by them and talk to them, and that goes a long way. It really does. New students and 2 girls like you who are well known. And I've seen it. I've seen you guys do it. You just, you don't care. You don't care about popularity. You just go and chat with them, and that is so nice. I notice things like that, believe it or not. And there was a girl. Her name was Marley Curl, but you probably don't remember her. She was just like you guys. She ended up playing at Bowdoin, so that's Coach Tom Curl's daughter. Okay, I'm going to ask you both this question. We'll start with Desiree. Who recruited you?
St. Lawrence.
Any others?
Basketball. Not basketball. Oh my God. Plattsburgh was also a possibility.
Okay. Any others at all that you got letters from, or?
There's one from Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So I went and visited there, but.
Do you want to do phys ed?
No, my main one is physical therapy.
Okay.
But
Nice. I can tell you, Springfield is a great phys ed school. I know that for a fact. Does St. Lawrence have what you want?
yeah, they have a biomedical science degree, which I is planning on going to have. And with that, I can like choose different things in case I don't want to take the physical therapy path.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing too.
Possible doctor?
I don't know about that. I don't know if I'll go that far.
You never know. All of a sudden it hits you, and you never know. I think you have it in you too, because of your grades and stuff. And Bailee, same question.
Plattsburgh.
There must have been others. There definitely had to be others.
Potsdam, Utica, Clarkson.
Mm-hmm. Anything in the Albany area at all?
I don't know. I don't really remember.
Okay. Here's the big question I told you I was going to ask you. Okay. Without a doubt, you're a phenomenal basketball player, and you're also a phenomenal soccer player. What made you choose soccer over basketball?
A big part was how short the soccer season is compared to basketball. And just like the time of year. Basketball is just so long, and in the winter it just gets to be a lot. But with soccer, like, you're outside and it's still like nice out, and I don't know, that was a really big part.
Mm-hmm. How's the team? Any former or NCCS players on that team right now?
No, but
they usually have one or two every year because of the soccer program at NCCS is so good. So that's going to be great. So
yeah. Well, Lacey Roberts is an incoming freshman also, but she's not like on the team right now.
Okay, I hope she makes it. So. And Desiree, I just watching you play, this year, I have a strong feeling at St. Lawrence that you're going to be an All-American, probably your junior or senior year. You might have, they might, usually, your playing time as a freshman isn't, but I see it that you could definitely be an All-American, and I have a strong feeling that's going to happen. Will you both miss each other when you each go to college?
We definitely will.
It'll definitely be an adjustment because we see each other every day. We're going to be 2 hours away, so it'll be different.
Yeah. So, when Bailee, does Plattsburgh play at St. Lawrence?
Yeah, we do. We go to St. Lawrence.
Okay. Who are you rooting for in that game, Desiree?
I don't know. I might have to go with Bailee on that one.
All right. Nice. Good. Let's see. Oh, each of you in high school, okay, who was the person that was your toughest defender? Like you said, you'd go into the game saying, oh, no, I'm going to have a little trouble this game. So one of you can go first. It doesn't matter.
I think we both have the same person, probably. Yeah. It's Brenna Ducat. When she's on you, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
But she didn't guard both of you, though.
No, she'd switch.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
It depends on the game, but
yeah,
when you saw her on you,
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice to say. You guys played awesome yesterday, and that wasn't that a great win over a pretty good Canadian team?
Yeah.
That was it number 8 that was hitting?
Yeah, she was a shooter, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, I did interview some of their players, and I can't wait to play it because they spoke French the entire time. And that's all I know is je suis très fatigué ce soir, mon ami. I am very tired tonight, my friend. How about you guys? You know any French?
A little bit.
We took French for a couple years.
Say
in high
something in
school.
French. Come on, anything.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Bailee said.
Everyone knows that one.
I got one. See if you guys, if you did take French, you should know this. Où est la plage?
Beach.
Where is the beach? Is there a beach in Rouse's Point?
I don't think so. I think just a
No.
dock.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that. Talk about both you guys the same season. I'm not sure if there's any other teams. I haven't really looked at this with two players on the same team getting 1,000 points in the same season. I'm not positive that happened. It might have. But talk about like how nervous you were before the game, the shot that Bailee's was free throw, but you still could have been nervous there. And Desiree, the shot that made you have 1,000.
I think we both hit it on the free throw line, so there's definitely
You did?
pressure there. Yeah, you can go first. You hit it first.
Yeah. I went into the game only like 2 points away. So when I was at the free throw line, I knew that if I didn't hit these, then I'd probably hit it at some other point in the game. So that took a lot of pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was later in the season, so it was a little bit more pressure. I was kind of running out of time, but this game I definitely knew it was possible to hit it because I was 11 away, and I was averaging more than 11, so I knew I had the potential to get it, and definitely standing on the free throw line, the nerves kind of get to you when you're looking at the thing and you know you're 1 point away. So.
I know. Unfortunately, Brenna Duquette hit her 1,000. I went to that game. I should have went. Well, no, you're both Class X, so, but I didn't know. I think she was closer. I think she only needed like 2 or 4 points too. So I thought about you would have a tough game, have her hit hers right away, and do 90 down the Northway. I'm just and catch yours too. But I wasn't able to do that because it did take her a long time because she was being so unselfish. She was passing it, and she was missing her three a little bit. I remember that, but she nailed it. Let's see. Talk about some of your other teammates. What you think of them, and if you're going to miss them, and who do you think is the up-and-coming star? Who's going to be the next star at Northeast Clinton?
I think we've had a lot of great teammates because along the way, there's definitely a lot of potential coming up.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good group of girls.
Yeah, we got a good couple classes coming up that can have the potential to do some good things.
Do you want to single out any one player that you think might be the new, the new Desiree or the new Bailee or the new Kaya or the new Audie Hollister, or the list goes on and on with you guys, the Couriers and.
I think Bryn Hyatt is definitely going to be a very good athlete.
Yeah, I think Lexi Roberts too.
Okay.
There's definitely some coming up.
Yeah.
There was a real good athlete at the Oval, and she hurt her ankle pretty bad.
I think it was Alexa Gregory, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I hope she's. What a nice girl she was. She still showed up, and I think she's going to be a good one too.
Yeah.
So there's some good freshmen and 8th graders coming up.
I always ask this question all the time. And Paige Beckers or Caitlin Clark, who's better?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
One at a time here.
I don't know.
You have to say one of them. You have to. It's a direct order.
She Caitlin Clark, but Paige Beckers on the other hand.
I personally like Paige better.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna go with Caitlin Clark. But it is close. Paige is going to be another big addition to raise the fan base at the WNBA, which has just taken off. And Caitlin Clark, she's not getting the credit that she deserves for that. She's been having some tough games, and one thing that I did notice, and I know Bailee does it very well, and Caitlin Clark doesn't do it, is shooting off the dribble, going to the right. How many times have you seen Caitlin Clark do that?
She goes to the left a lot. I know that.
She goes to the left and pulls up, going to the left. I haven't seen her take a pull-up going to the right at all in college or the WNBA, but I've seen Bailee do it, and I kind of wonder, seriously, because I know my basketball pretty good, why she hasn't developed that. It would be another arsenal for her, but I'm not putting her down at all, but I think if she adds that, she's going to be just amazing. So, okay. When I substitute teach at quit laughing. When I substitute teach at Northeast Clinton, what do you guys think about a 65-year-old wearing some of the outfits I have?
I think it's pretty cool. You definitely can spot you down the hall.
We know you're there.
Yeah, we always know when you're there.
Yeah, 65 years old and wearing some of the stuff, but I don't care. Honestly, I never did care at all. Okay, your favorite NBA team, if you watch the NBA, maybe you don't watch it.
I don't watch the NBA a whole lot, but like you said, Caitlin Clark, I've kind of started to watch the WNBA a lot more. So my two favorite teams are probably the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. I like Sabrina Ionescu too, and Breanna Stewart.
Yep. So. If you guys, I can get tickets. If you guys both want to go with your parents, you just tell me. It's impossible to get tickets. Fever versus the Liberty. Yeah, they actually, I get the tickets for free because they're a sponsor for my camp, but they would not give me tickets for that game. It's already sold out already. Mm-hmm. So, but. Did you read Breanna Stewart's book? Ever read it?
No, I didn't.
I strongly suggest you guys read that book. You'll see what she went through. You won't believe it, what she went through. I mean, you'll admire her even more after you read everything that she's gone through, growing up in Syracuse. And I'm not going to get into it, but I suggest that. Do you guys think Caitlin should have made the Olympic team?
Personally, I think so. But, I mean, I think she's done great things, and I think that she could have been like an asset to the team in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. I think so, yep. Bailee thinks the same thing. And I don't know why she didn't make it. If I were coaching that team, and I can't see them losing, but I would take Diana Taurasi off and put because Taurasi's had her time. She's played in 5 Olympics. Give someone else a chance. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you probably won 1976. I don't even think your parents were born then, but the Olympic athletes, they all trained in Plattsburgh. Every one of them. Track and field. Who would you remember? Maybe Bruce Jenner. Yeah, I saw him jogging on the track, and there's so many athletes. But the reason is that the Olympics were in Montreal, and it's all they had to do was take the bus. So they trained at Plattsburgh State, and the women needed a scrimmage, to prepare for the Olympics. They ended up winning the silver medal, by the way, but so they put out something like we'll play the all-star boys high school team, and we thought it was just a scrimmage. We get to Memorial Hall, packed. And not one person. I got selected. Not one person rooting for us. No one, and. I'll never forget, you might remember some players, probably not. Nancy Lieberman, does that ring a bell? No. Remember Pat Summitt? She was a coach at Tennessee.
Heard the name.
Yeah, she's passed away, but her name back then was Pat Head, and everyone rooting against us. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot. Who do you think won?
I'm gonna go with the USA team.
They both picked USA team. Nope.
Really?
We won by, I think, 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were pretty good though. We were. We had a guy that played at Syracuse on our team, and we had some really good players. I remember our coach saying after timeout, he said, "Remember, these girls are representing you guys. If there's a loose ball, you let them get it." We walk out of that huddle and say, "No, there's a loose ball. We're going after it." So, okay. I already mentioned that about Bailee shooting that off the dribble going to the right. Both of you, without a doubt, are going to be successful in whatever you do. Both of you. And Bailee, what's your major?
My major is communication sciences and disorders. So I'm hoping to be a speech pathologist.
Okay. There's a lot of openings in that, and I think I told you my ex-wife is a speech pathologist at the hospital, but she works for Plattsburgh State. She teaches the interns, and I would dare say she's probably the best around. She's so meticulous, and if you're interested ever working in the hospital, you'd probably be one of her interns one of these days. She's great. So, do you guys remember Tenzin Pema? Do you remember her?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, she played for me, but she learned everything from Rob Guerin, and thank goodness she came to Plattsburgh High School. And she's actually listening to this show right now, so why don't you say something wise to her, to Tenzin? Well, they don't want to, because she's Tenzin was tough. I'm not kidding you. She played great defense. She had that arm bar right there. So, and like I said earlier, both you and I knew this could care less about individual awards. Winning it's what it's all about. I remember when you guys played the sectional championship basketball game against Saranac, I looked at your faces because I'm not afraid to admit this. I was rooting for you guys, because I substitute taught there. And I felt so bad for you guys. Honestly, I looked at your faces. You had your heads down. That had to be tough. So what do you guys have? Any comments on that?
Yeah, it was definitely tough, especially since we knew we could beat them because we beat them 3 times in that season. And it was just rough that the game that actually counted the most, we didn't win.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Any parting comments? Because I'm not sure if John Kmack is. He did call. Oh. Wow. But any parting comments at all? Just talk. Because we're wrapping it up right now, and we'll go to a break after this.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
okay.
This was awesome.
Okay, and again, thanks for Adirondack Coast Basketball Camp. Hopefully next year. And if you guys are interested in that Rucker Park, I can make it happen. But, even the team that played against Team Canada yesterday, that would be an outstanding team. So, is that someone? Let's see if that's Kmack. I'm going to let you guys stay briefly, okay, just to talk to him. Okay, Johnny K. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What time do you wake up?
9:05, just as discussed.
What time do you wake up?
Did you look at your text message? Did you look at it? 9:05,
Yeah.
not 8, 9:05.
Okay, seriously, what time did you wake up? 9:01?
No, I've been up since about 8:30.
If I could swear on here, I would, but I'm not going to.
Well, first of all,
Well,
why would you
I just
swear?
got
Because the time
no.
is
There's
9:05.
no swearing on here, by the way, none.
Well, I don't know. Who's going to control that?
We have
No.
someone. It's called Hang Up.
I'm gonna let the people know.
No.
Is there a website for this show? Because I'm gonna post a text message that said 9:05. I'm gonna post that.
By the way, I have two excellent basketball players I just interviewed. One's going to St. Lawrence, and the other one is a two-sport star. They're listening to you right now. One of them did play in the Gym Rat, Desiree Dubois. She's going to be playing at St. Lawrence next year, and I have a strong feeling she's going to be an All-American. Any comments to these two before they take off?
Can they hear me right now?
Yes.
Oh, they can. Good
Yep.
luck. Good luck. I mean, I hope it goes great. From which you gave me Desiree's name. What's the other name?
Oh, it's Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
No.
You are a piece of work, man.
Bailee LaFountain.
All right, great. Good luck. It's a great thing to be starting a college career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they were doing on your radio show. I mean, good gracious, that's a long start to the day right there. I hope you didn't taint them in any way. I hope they're still ready to go, and you didn't give them some sort of bad advice.
Oh gosh, stop it.
Are they live in studio?
Yeah, they can hear you. Make a comment to them. And seriously,
I just did make a comment.
No, I want Desiree to
What?
slam you.
No, I won't do that.
Desiree's never going to slam me.
No.
Desiree and I are tight. Desiree is
Yeah.
great. Desiree is great.
Bailee's
Where does Desiree go to school?
Northeast Clinton, but Bailee's going to Plattsburgh State.
That's great.
So she could play basketball or soccer. She's phenomenal in both. And soccer.
Has Bailee seen the statue of me outside of Memorial Hall?
No.
Oh, maybe it's out for cleaning. It could be out for cleaning right now. That's why.
Oh my God! By the way, John led the entire country, Division 1, 2, and 3, in 3-point field goal percentage.
Jeez.
Yes, yeah,
but a lot of people did. A lot of people did that in 1992. Actually, no, just me. Just one dude in the entire country. Just one dude. This dude right here.
Oh my gosh!
And look at me. Look what it's got me. Now I'm on the Tom Lacey radio show. Look at me. 9 o'clock on a Sunday.
You better no.
Oh, Saturday.
It's Saturday. Saturday.
Feels like Sunday. Feels like Sunday.
Yeah. Do you mind if I take a really short, quick break? And the only reason is because I want to get a picture with Desiree and Bailee before they leave.
Right now? Can people hear us right now?
Yes.
You are live.
We're on the radio right now?
Yes, you are. So we're going to do a quick break. Can you do a quick break?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then
Yeah,
we're
I can do
going
a quick break. Is my spot sponsored? Did you get a sponsor for this? Because if not, you're not doing your job properly. Did you get a sponsor?
Yes.
Answer me.
I
Who's
did.
the sponsor?
Maceo Dubois.
Yeah, listen, I know that dude. I love him, but he ain't taking money out of his pocket. I'll tell you that right now. That is not happening. I love him. I actually played golf with him this weekend, or this past week, in the Kevin Herder Foundation tournament, and Maceo carried us. That dude has become a very good golfer. No, I'm serious. That dude has become a very good golfer.
I heard
carried
that.
us.
Yes, he takes it serious.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, very, very good golfer.
Take a
I
quick
was
break.
thinking
Go.
maybe Lorman's Embroidery sponsored this spot. Tom Lorman, my guy, used to take good care of us back in the day.
All right, take a quick break. Go eat some Brussels sprouts for breakfast.
I already ran 7 miles on my feet and then 3 miles on my hands this morning, so I'm good to go, man. I'm loose and limber. Spend an hour on the phone with you. I'm ready to go.
You know what? I doubt that. I doubt it.
What?
You didn't run
Doubt that I
7
can
miles.
Spend an hour on the phone with you, or that I ran 3 miles on my hands?
Oh my gosh, this is what it's going to
3
be
miles
like.
on my hands, only on the blacktop too. I like to do it early because the blacktop gets hot later on in the day, so it can be tricky.
Okay, we're going to go to a quick break, go get some Brussels sprouts, and I'm going to get a real quick picture with my two guests here, because I usually do that.
Do they want to take a picture with you, or are you forcing them to take a picture?
Forcing, because...
Hey, ladies, if he's forcing you to take a picture, just blink twice. Blink twice. Yeah, they're forced. They're being forced.
No, they're...
Okay.
Being in the picture with these two increases my market value.
Yeah, that's it. It's a problem for them. You take a picture with them, they're never getting any NIL money. Ever. Ever. Okay, go to a break. I'll just be sitting here watching Meet the Press.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, Johnny K. I have a whole bunch of questions too. Okay, I sent you them.
Well, that's the way a radio show works. So I'm glad you've at least prepared to that level.
I sent them to you.
Last week you didn't even send me the number to call in. But anyway.
You ever hear of Google?
Text messages to that too. Don't make me tell the people because you got hurt on your tricycle.
No.
I've seen what that thing looks like too. I don't know how anybody falls off of that. It's so low to the ground. I don't get it. But
stop it. It was $450.
Were you wearing a GoPro or anything like that? Were you wearing it? I mean, we'd like to see video footage.
No, it was pretty serious, honestly. It's I'm still recovering. My ribs are getting better, and I got stitches still, and my face.
So there's no video footage of this. There's no security footage in the area, anything like that, that caught this.
No, but someone from security did come and wake me up. So the bike was right on top of me.
Where?
It was at Point of Rush where it happened. So.
Point of Rush has security?
Yes, there is. There's an interpretive center there. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably needed to interpret your behavior. That's what they needed to do. That's probably what needed to happen there. But anyway.
Okay,
right,
here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Talk about some of your career.
We're live on air right now, or is this taped to live? I want to know for the people.
We are live.
We are live.
Live. I love it. Okay, I love that. Love live. I love live.
Okay. Talk about some of your career at Plattsburgh State. Not just on the court, off the court as well. As a student.
You're going to ask me a really broad question like that?
No. What made you choose Plattsburgh State?
That's the opening salvo. Well, I'll tell you what. Probably a number of things made me choose Plattsburgh State, and then there were a number of things that made me know that was the right choice. I would say the first thing that made me choose Plattsburgh State was Larry Cowan, and if there was a greater salesman in the history of college basketball, I haven't met him yet. And I grew up in Jerry Welsh's gym at Potsdam State, and my dad, as you know, but I'm not sure how many people are listening know, my dad was an assistant with Coach Welsh for 10 years, and was there for 3 Final Fours and a national championship. And I was hanging around in that gym literally from the time I was 8 years old. Would take my basketball out of my little elementary school cubby. And my elementary school, as people who live in a SUNY town know, was on campus at Potsdam State. Because back then, all of the SUNYs had elementary schools on campus where their teachers could train. It was a great resource both ways. And I would dribble to Jerry's gym, to Maxie Hall every day and be part of that practice. And I really wanted to be a part of, I wanted to be a part of a college basketball program that was doing things the right way. And when I first met Coach Cowan, his big thing was Division I mentality. Everything was a Division I mentality.
Yep.
And I remember when I did Todd Wright and I, who was my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Wright and I had played in the Empire State Games together, the old Empire State Games, which are great too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's nice accomplishment.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You didn't know what?
That you played in the Empires. That's unbelievable. That's good.
I played in the Empires twice. I played
Wow.
The first year I was 86. That was with Greg Kmack, who went to 4 Final Fours at Duke, and Brendan O'Sullivan, who was at who played at Dartmouth. Tommy Herter was my guy, right? I mean, I have been friends for close to 40 years now, I guess, and our business partners now. And yeah, so that was the first year, 86, and then actually Corey Dace and Eric Gardner, who ended up playing at Potsdam, were both on that 86 team too.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 87, that's when Todd and I played together, and I was the captain of that team in 87. And so Larry was recruiting both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he brought us, and this is Larry, man, I love him, miss him every day.
We all do.
He brought us into the field house, right? Which is a beautiful building. And he said, this is where you're going to be playing by the time your sophomore year opens. And I said, all right, I like that. And we're going to fill the building. All right, I like that, because that's a beautiful facility.
Except for the rubber floor, though.
Yes, but this is Larry as the salesman, and I'm sure he's up there right now, laughing his butt off hearing this story. Yep. But that was, he that's one of the things he sold, right? And as you know, now what? That was 1988.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
Plattsburgh is still not playing games in the field house. Okay. So
Memorial is a great place to play, though, as you know. They've really updated. Have you been here in a while? The gym is phenomenal.
So outdated, man. It's just so outdated. I haven't seen what they did in there with
it's beautiful.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good,
so much lighter too. They added a lot of light. You can because it was a little dark, but it's so much better than it used to be. So.
Well, that's good, because there's everybody's had an upgrade in facilities except Plattsburgh. I mean, if you go to Cortland or Oneonta, upstate, all beautiful facilities, and those things are recruiting tools. So you've got to give the coaching staff all the tools that they need in order to recruit. But anyway, let me get back to your question. Okay, stop interrupting me. So Larry was the biggest reason that we went, because he really sold what he wanted to do with the program and what he wanted it to be, and and Plattsburgh is a special place, man. It really is a very special place to be a college athlete.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and Larry caught that kind of lightning, in a bottle, and the way that he sold things, because I tell people this still to this day. There are very few Division III situations out there like Plattsburgh State. To be honest with you, there's a lot of in a lot of places Division I programs aren't like that in terms of the media attention that you got.
Oh yeah.
The way that the community rallies around the program. You are, and we used to talk about this to kids when I worked for Larry. You are the professional sports programs in that region, and people want to come watch those teams play, whether it's basketball or hockey or soccer or whatever sport it is. They want to come support those teams, and they're invested, and that makes it a great place to play. It really is a super unique place, and just so many good people that contributed to my time there, and contributed to things that I still take with me in my life today. But yeah, Plattsburgh's a great place, man. It really is.
Was Coach Mullen there?
Coach Mullins was great too, man. Yeah. I'm still in contact with Coach Mullins, and Coach Mullins and Larry are different dudes. You know, like Larry was, you know, he had some P.T. Barnum in him, right? He wanted to sell, man. He and people loved him, and he was great. Coach Mullins is great coach. He was just more to the point. You know, he's to the point. And Larry, as extroverted as Larry was, Coach Mullins could also be introverted. Great guy, once you get to know him. But I love Coach Mullins. Great. And then he was there, and then he left to go to Ithaca. And then I coached with Larry for 3 years, but Coach Mullins was at Ithaca for 30 years. And then actually my son, my oldest child, my son Sam, went to Ithaca for his first 2 years, and then transferred to University of Southern California and finished his degree there. But Mullins was like, it was like having family on campus.
Sure.
That's who Mullins is. And I don't know if you know this, but Mullins is such a lifer. He's such a gym rat in his blood. He retired from coaching, from being the head coach, the head men's coach at Ithaca, where he did a great job. I mean, he had a tremendous run there. He's the winningest coach of all time in that school's history. Retired, and then was away from it for a year, and just, it's in his blood. Now he volunteers as an assistant with the women's program. Wow. That's true. That's true. And
that's something else.
And those two guys, Larry and Moon, LC and Moon, Larry Town and Jim Mullins, were just a great combo.
Sure.
It was a great combo. Two really
knew their basketball
guys in different areas, and that was a special time. It really was.
The camps that you guys had, that you and Larry did, you were flat out yourself. I'm saying the camp was excellent, but your speeches were phenomenal. I mean, you really got the kids involved, and I was always impressed. I would listen to it all the time, and
you listened.
Yeah, I listened to you because you talk basketball and you talk life too to these kids, and they listened, and you know how to. You got that gift of gab that they will listen to. So, what has Coach Welch meant to you?
Oh man, I could talk about Coach Cowan and Coach Mullins all day, and Coach Welch was. I mean, I don't know that, and I'm pretty good with the English language. It's hard for me to find an adjective that describes how much I was impacted by just being around Coach Welsh for all those formative years. Like I said, literally, I was in the 3rd grade, and I would dribble my basketball across campus and go to Maxie and be in a college practice for 3 hours.
Oh, that's great.
And Coach Welsh I was very fortunate, very blessed to grow up in a very unique way, in a very unique place, at a very unique time. And that program that Coach Welsh built, that was a Division I program in a Division III body. And he was just so far ahead of his time. I mean, before the transfer portal existed, he was getting Division I transfers in to Potsdam every year.
I know,
because it became a place where if you went to if you had a scholarship and things didn't work out for whatever reason, you went to Potsdam, and you felt good about it, and because there was a lot of buzz around that program. But just being in his, his practice gym was his laboratory, man. And that guy was so meticulously planned with everything that he did. I remember walking into his office, and there was a big white sign with red lettering. It always stuck in my mind. I didn't understand what it meant when I was a little kid. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. And that was a John Wooden quote. And he lived by that. And I just being around, just being fortunate enough to be around that kind of program and that kind of success really set a unique path for me. Now, I think I drove him crazy because I'm a hyperactive dude now. Imagine what I was like at 8, 9, 10 years old.
Oh my
For
gosh.
a guy who, just wanted to. I mean, Coach Welsh. Everything was down to the minute. His practice.
Yep, I
On
know.
his index card, everything down to the minute.
That's why he won.
All out. What's that?
That's why he won. He was just so organized, and his teams were organized. So
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons why he
Yeah.
won, and that was among them for sure. But he, and all I wanted to do was dribble. I just wanted to dribble, and I try to get the players' attention. Hey, look what I just learned. Look what I found myself to do. Look what I can do now. I saw Eddie Jason do this. I just figured out how to do it. I saw Leroy Witherspoon do this. I just figured out how to do it. And then he would finally find things that would, if they needed to really go over a scouting report, because he knew I couldn't stand still for more than 15 seconds. He would always give me jobs, And Coach Welsh had a way of making you feel like the job he gave you to do was tantamount to them winning their next game.
I know.
And he did that with a lot of people. Me as an 8-year-old kid, and then he did it with people in the community. I mean, he was just like that. So he needed me to get it. I mean, hey, Coach Cohen, Stan Cohen, Hal Cohen's father, is going to time you. We need to see how fast you can run downstairs all the way around the building and back up. Go. and I would think that was the most important thing ever. I would run like crazy. The custodians would be yelling at me, "Stop running!" I'm running, and I get back up there, and Coach Cohen, run, and he would look at his watch, which of course never started. He'd look at me, there you go. You know how Coach Cohen was. Johnny, I think he can do a little bit better. Try running in the other direction. All followed Bill. And then they would tire me out for a little bit, and then they'd have the scouting report done.
Yep.
He was incredibly influential.
Yep.
Just in being able to watch what he did. Talk about a guy who taught life through basketball. There
Definitely.
he was.
Yep.
And just being around those players.
I know.
I was.
You brought up
raised by two parents that both did a good job in their own way, and I was around a lot of coaches and college basketball players. That was it.
You brought up Corey Dace. Denfield, by the way, is listening to the show. He wanted to listen to it. I can tell you that Corey Dace, I don't think is on his Christmas card list. Anything you want to say to Denfield? Because he's listening.
I think Corey, Denfield is probably not alone in that. I don't know if I'm saying it to Denfield, but I'll say this about Denfield. Denfield was outstanding. Like I don't know if people, because he was there for a short period of time in Plattsburgh, right?
Yep.
But Denfield was just so. Denfield was a scholarship player. There's no doubt in my mind about that. If Denfield was a little bigger, he would have been without a doubt, a Division I player.
Yep.
But he was so explosive offensively and so athletic. I remember when I was at Plattsburgh, and I was, I'm a 5'7" guy with good socks on most days, but I was also very confident in what I could do, and sometimes probably irrationally confident, right? But I remember vividly, we're playing pickup games in the preseason at Plattsburgh, and I, feel really confident about whoever I'm matched up against in that gym. I feel good about it, and there were a lot of good players in that gym. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
Like I said, sometimes my confidence was irrational. But the one dude who I said, this guy, I don't know if I can stop him, was Denfield James.
Yeah.
That's true. And he was just had this ability to stop on the dime and rise up really quickly, like Gilbert Arenas. He just was.
He had the heart of gold too, didn't he?
What's that?
He had so much heart too. That's one thing
Oh man, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Just great athleticism,
Yep.
great love for the game, and great competitor. Denfield and I played together. I mean, in the summertime, right? We were playing pickup games and things like that, whether we're playing against each other together. But then we also used to go into the prisons and play.
Yeah, what'd you think about playing in the prisons? Did it help your game overall?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what an experience that was. I playing with Denfield and a lot of other dudes in there was great. But, I mean, there's very few experiences like that. I don't care who you are or where you play.
I remember you played at Raybrook, a Federal, and you put on a show. You had 41 that game. At Raybrook is a Federal facility in Saranac. Raybrook. Yeah. I'll never forget that game.
Listen, as a player, my father was my high school coach. And, my job when we're playing, whether I was at Potsdam or Plattsburgh, high school kid or at Plattsburgh, was to run the offense, run the show. Those things were ingrained in my head. So that's what you did. When we went to play in those prisons, hey man, the shackles were off. We weren't running the offense. We were just lighting up the scoreboard, so you could let loose a little bit.
And they were just players too. They weren't convicts. They were players. That you just.
No, they were convicts too. No, they were definitely convicts.
Well,
no doubt about that.
Good people make mistakes. I've always given people second chances.
They do, but but that I'm just telling you, it was a fact. We were also playing as convicts. But listen, bro, whether it was, there were some outstanding players, and right when the game starts, you're just playing against guys. But the guys in the stands, you knew what the crowd was. I don't care where you play or what you do. There is no home court advantage like being inside of a prison. Okay, it's a little nuts, and
it prepared you.
Yep. Huh?
It prepared you for when you went on the road too, from college, and
there was no place that could shake you if you could play in the prison. And before my senior year at Plattsburgh, they were doing at that point they were doing construction on Memorial Hall again, and they redid the floor, and then decided they were going to fix the ceiling too, which you would have thought they would have done that the other way around.
I remember that.
We didn't have access to the gym for part of the preseason, so we went into the prisons, and actually you were helpful in scheduling that. And
I played
my
too.
job was to, what's that?
I would play with you guys sometimes.
Yeah, you did, but then that fall of '91, it was the only way for us to prayer, so we just brought players in, but you were helpful in getting the schedule. But you and I played in the prisons a ton. In other than that, but we would bring guys in there, and it was eye opening. It's eye opening, and it's when they put that stamp on your hand, and then you go inside the yard, and that gate closes behind you, man. That'll stick with you. That sound.
Oh yeah.
That'll stick with you. And there are some incredible athletes inside there. Like Mike Tyson used to say back in the day, right, when he was the heavyweight champion of the world. And he'd say, I'm not the real heavyweight champ. He said, I guarantee you there's a tougher guy than I am that's in prison somewhere.
Yeah.
Guarantee. And there were dudes in there that were really athletic and guys that could really play. But the thing that always got me was the crowd, man. I mean, that was an intense environment. Talk about a Game 7 NBA environment, and plus, you just never knew exactly what was going to break out.
I know.
You just didn't know, so you're always teetering on the edge of what could happen. So if you could perform in that environment, then
it helped. It would, without a doubt, helped you.
Yeah, I mean, you're shooting 2 free throws down a point with 17 seconds to go at Oneonta. You think that's pressure? or Bear Hill, where there's some dude letting you know what the spread was on the game, and that he's bet cigarettes on it. Which one are you going to remember? Those free throws at Oneonta seem a lot easier.
I have another. Let's talk about Potsdam State basketball camps. Did you have fun working it? Anything crazy ever happened at those camps that you might remember?
Come on, man. That's a setup. That's a setup. I mean, the what was the dude's name that you created?
You mean with the mask?
Yeah.
It was a Ronald Reagan mask.
Was it a Ronald Reagan?
Yeah,
mask?
it was just Ronald Reagan.
Didn't he get a name? Didn't he get a name?
I don't know, but I could tell you, Bobby McKinney and Hal Cohen, we alternated. I don't think you were there then, but no one ever knew who it was.
Yes, I was. What are you kidding me? You think how would I know about the mask if I wasn't there then? I told you I was in that gym since I was 8 years old. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Yeah, you guys would show up with that mask and a full suit, and in some remote location where the kids couldn't get at you, and Coach Welsh thought it was funny the first couple times.
Yeah.
Then he wanted to strangle somebody, I think. And as soon as the kids and Coach Welsh thought they had it figured out, like, oh, it's Tom Lacey, then somebody else would take a turn, and you would be standing in the front row, right next to Coach. So he knew it wasn't you at that point. But yeah, I do remember one time, was it you? You got caught. You had to exit through the
you snitched on me, by the way. You snitched.
Whoa.
Yep.
Nope. You got that story wrong, brother. You got that story wrong.
Let's talk about your. Okay, go ahead.
No, what? You got another question? I was going to say, do you remember when my guy Stu Maloff got bum rushed at Plattsburgh when he tried it? He came out too late.
Yeah.
Just as camp was ending for the day, he came out. Instead of coming out at the beginning of the speech, he came out at the end, and he got too close to the kids.
Did you bump the milkman once and it leaked down in the bottom or something?
I thought we were talking about the mask guy. Oh, bump the milkman, Lace. Listen, that one was an all-time. I mean, there was a woman who was carrying, I don't know, I think it was like a 10-gallon bag of milk that they hook up to the, in the dining halls, to the milk machine.
And you bumped into her.
I didn't bump into her. You stole that thing from her like you were Eddie Haskell, and you were going to help her get that thing into the machine, and she thought you were so polite. And then you did a pratfall down the stairs, and it was a milk waterfall. It was like it was like Niagara Falls of milk. And poor Coach Welsh, I mean, if he could ever eject a staff member, he would have. It was done at that point. And from what I understand, the stench in that building lasted for over 2 decades. Of the milk.
Okay.
Yeah.
At your,
you know what they called that? When all the milk pooled at the bottom of the stairs, you know what they called that?
What?
Lake Lacey. Lake Lacey. That's what they called that.
Okay, as everyone knows, you run the best basketball tournament, AAU tournament in the entire, maybe the country, but I know definitely the Northeast.
From Lake Lacey and you dumping 10 gallons of milk down the stairs to Gym Rat Challenge. That's what we're doing.
We have to move on because we only got like 10 minutes. That's it.
You need to understand segues better.
No, I have to get to these other questions, but you run a great tournament.
It'll help you out.
Of all, how many NBA or WNBA players came from your camp?
Oh man, that number is really big.
Really?
I don't. Yeah.
What's the most famous?
I mean, Steph Curry was here.
Was he really? Wow.
Yeah, he was here. He was a 15-year-old kid playing on a 17U team. Mm-hmm. So I think Brianna Stewart was here. So I mean, those are arguably two of the best players in the world. Male and female. But I mean, we just had 4 more kids drafted last week that came through Gym Rat. Mm-hmm. Donovan Klingen out of UConn, who played for the Boston Spartans. Mattis Bezelis from Chicago, who went to the Bulls. And
that's amazing, John.
Went to prep school in Massachusetts. Played for Expressions Elite. Bub Carrington, who
Mm-hmm.
played at Pitt and played for Team Mello. Those three were all
Yep.
lottery picks.
How about
And then,
Kyle Matat?
Kyle Phillips.
Did Kyle
Huh?
Matat get
Wait,
drafted?
we're going from Bub Carrington to Kyle Matat. You're trying to squeeze too much in. Let me finish this sentiment, will you please? And then Kyle Filipowski, who was Duke's leading rebounder and scorer for 2 years, went in the second round. Everybody expected him to go in the first round, so that was a little strange. And then we had Justin Edwards, who was at Kentucky. I thought he definitely should have been drafted, but he just signed a 2-way contract with the Sixers. And Trenton Flowers, who played for Team Durant and then played overseas in Australia, he signed a 2-way contract with, I want to say, Oklahoma City. So anyway, so we're done. We're done talking about the Gym Rat Challenge already. Now you want to go to something else? What do you want to go to? Good gracious! You ain't George Stephanopoulos.
No, I mean,
Put it
we're
this way.
running out of time. That's why.
Well, that's your fault. I
No.
told you, get a sponsor, get some more time. I mean, this
Okay.
could be a 10-part series if you wanted it to. I mean, make some money for the radio show. So I'm trying to listen. I can only tee it up for you so much, and then you got to go and get it, man. You got to go and get it. So go ahead. What's the next question? This
Okay.
is like rapid fire here. It's like speed
Paige
dating.
Beckers
Go ahead.
or Caitlin Clark? Who's better?
Who?
Paige Beckers
Oh,
or Caitlin
both-
Clark? Who's better?
Both great. Both
Were they at
great.
your camp?
I think,
Or your
no,
tournament?
but
Okay.
no. Caitlin Clark is from Iowa, and we were very close to getting her the program that she played for this past year here. But no, neither of those two were. And Beckers, I think, is from Minnesota.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
But both great players.
Yep. Remember when we used to play, and I loved this drill with you, when we play up to 100, full court, one-on-one. Those were so exhausting but fun. But
You played one-on-one full court with me.
I never lost you, John. I used to kick your butt so bad that obviously you forgot everything. Even Chris Waterbury beat you.
Listen. Which one of us fell off of a tricycle? Which one of us fell off of a tricycle? Who's not remembering correctly right now? Which one of us fell off?
I knew you wouldn't admit
Raise your
to it.
hand.
The worst I ever beat you was 100 to
Listen,
60.
Blink twice if you're lying right now.
No, I'm not lying. I already
I
know.
know
It
it.
wasn't even
I know
close.
I know it. I know it.
Chris Waterbury beating you too.
Chris Waterbury's a tremendous athlete.
Uh-huh.
That guy, I mean, look at him. I mean, usually, they say about guys who lift weights, one of the problems is they skip leg day. Waterbury skipped upper body day every week. Okay, look at that dude. He's all legs. He's all legs. Yeah.
Okay.
He also, Waterbury, I remember, I could never beat Waterbury. He was one of the first guys to have like a video game, like video golf he had in his office. That guy mastered that thing. Mastered it. Must have just been made with guys who were all legs and no upper body.
Okay, I love asking this question, and I had the Golden State Warriors play-by-play person on. Ed Jones he's good friends with him, so he called in. That was pretty great. But I did ask him who would get ejected first if they played against one another, Draymond or Rodman, and wouldn't that be so entertaining to watch those two go at it?
Well, that would be, except that it wouldn't get past like the 10-minute mark in the first quarter. They'd probably both get.
No, Rodman would get in his head. You know that.
Oh man, I said they both would get ejected. They both would get ejected. I mean, I would pay to see it. I would pay to see it.
Oh yeah.
Two of the fiercest, rebounders and defenders the NBA's ever seen. Right?
Yep. Okay. We only have like 4 minutes, so I'm gonna kind of rush it through a little bit. Who are your top three?
I'm rushing it through already.
A little bit, I have.
Like back in the day, full court 1-on-1. I'm kicking your ass on these questions.
Oh,
Anyway,
watch your
go ahead.
language. Watch the language there.
That's legal. Kicking your tail.
Okay.
I mean, you can't.
You
say
never
that.
beat me, by the way. No, I swear to God, you never beat me. Top
Do you have a
three
video of that?
inspirations. Your top
Do you have
three
a video?
inspirations.
top 3 inspirations?
Yep. People.
Being on the Tom Lacey radio show.
Oh, my gosh.
Has inspired me to wonderful things.
Okay, get back to being serious. Top 3 inspirations.
Boy, that's hard. I don't know that anybody's ever asked me that question. I think it's a deep question, man. I think for me, my top inspiration is to, take care of my family and friends and be in a place where they're, proud of what I do, who I am, and what we've accomplished together. I think that's ultimately the biggest, inspiration for me, and probably always has been, right? I think competition, just in and of itself, is an inspiration to me. There's the long argument over, do you hate to lose more than you love to win?
Yeah.
And it's hard for me. I hate losing, but man, I love the feeling of winning.
I know.
Those are both, they're both great. They're both great motivators. But there is nothing like working with, because anything we do in life involves other people. Nobody does accomplish things on their own.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like working on something with other people and accomplishing something great together. Kind of bond you for life, whether that was, playing high school basketball, playing college basketball, or even with the Gym Rat Challenge and what we've done there. I mean, that could not have been as successful as it is without a lot of great people that have been a part of that, including a lot of people that I met my time at Plattsburgh. Larry Converse has been, every one of those for 27 years.
Wow.
And if there's a better dude in coaching, I mean, if there's a more dedicated, completely dedicated guy in the coaching world than Larry Converse, you got to show him to me.
You're right.
I mean, that guy is in Catholic basketball.
I could tell you one thing, John. I'm honestly, and I mean this, I'm very proud of you. I really am. You've done so much, and we have to close the show. Any departing comments that you want to make?
Yeah, you absolutely could never guard me. I mean, that's pretty much. That's it. The people should also know that I learned Lacey's tricks when I was a kid from being at Potsdam State. And then when I got to Plattsburgh and you were in the gym for preseason pickup games, and you would roll in there playing that act where you're wearing orange shorts, a purple shirt, green socks, and people are going, what is wrong with this dude? Who always made sure that he had you on his team? This dude right here. Because I knew you could go. I knew you could go. Even though you were dressed like a clown, I knew you could go.
Not bad for, I never made the varsity at Plattsburgh State, but I love playing on the JV team, so. But, okay, so,
don't fall off any tricycles.
Okay.
Listen, I love my time at Plattsburgh. So many great people there. Thank you to all the people that not only influenced my life that were up there, but the people that are still involved with what we do now. Larry Converse, Jeremy Dubois.
He's going to be my guest speaker on Monday, by the way.
Jeff Potter. What's that?
Jeremy's going to be my guest speaker at my camp on Monday.
Really good dude.
Yeah.
Really good dude.
So
he played golf with us too in that herder thing.
Okay.
With Maceo.
All right.
Don't have him lecture on golf. Do not have him lecture on golf.
Hey, thank you so much, John. I've been wanting to have you on for a long time, as usual.
Yeah, did you tell the people that last week I would have been on too, but you didn't send the number? Yeah, you let them know that? Let the people know that.
No. Yeah, you were sleeping. Okay, you take care of yourself, pal. Let's
all right, listen,
let's
don't
stay in
fall
touch.
off the tricycle. Be very careful out there.
Okay. You take care. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to tell one story real quick. Okay, I do want to talk about my fall on the hand cycle, because John was kind of kidding me about it. But I could tell you that I bought a $450 hand cycle. There's no way that's going to be, it was kind of unsafe, and I was going down a hill at 40 miles per hour, and it started shaking, and all of a sudden I went down, and I'm not kidding you, I was thinking that I'm going to die, that I'm never going to be able to talk to my daughter ever again. And I was thinking about that, thinking about my daughter. I don't think I'm going to make it here. And I was knocked out. I broke a rib. I got stitches. My face, I looked like Frankenstein. And thank goodness someone came to my aid. And I don't know about saving my life, but I don't think I was going to die. But when I first went down, I remember I thought I was going to die because my face was just sliding across the pavement. And I want to thank Jillian Duda, who's going to let me use her hand cycle, which she paid $7,000 for. And she is an inspiration to me. And thank you, Jillian, so much. And I'm going to end on that. We kind of went overboard, talked a little bit too much, but I thank Wiry for allowing me. I did talk to Mr. Favreau, and he said you can go a little bit longer today. So, okay, we have another show tomorrow. We have Nate and Peyton Parliament along with their cousin, who's a pitcher for Virginia Tech. And I'm also going to play a lot of my interviews from my basketball camp. So you all take care and enjoy your Saturday. Thank you very much. Bye.